For LG's G3, simplicity is the focus, and it accomplishes as much with an air of grace that is rare for a smartphone. Choosing to forgo the flashy bells and whistles and focus on the G3's core smartphone components, LG has created a device that still manages to stand well above the rest of the pack. It's hard not to admire the subtle classiness of the G3. The phone features comfortable curves and a touch of minimalism thanks to the ingenious placement of the handset's only hardware buttons in an easily reached cluster below its rear camera. Brushed metal accents the device, but aside from a thin metal skin used to create this effect, the G3 is all plastic composite. Nevertheless, the build quality is solid, avoiding the cheap and tacky feel often associated with such construction. A stunning 5.5-inch display is the focal point of the G3's build. Sporting a Quad HD resolution, it's safe to say we have never seen anything like this on a smartphone before. The screen is crystal clear and produces crisp and clean images with plenty of brightness and color depth. We hesitate to call it the best smartphone display ever, but it's pretty damn close. LG puts further focus on the G3's hardware with the inclusion of a 2.5 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 801 chipset and 3 GB of RAM. The setup makes jumping into apps and games and navigating the G3's refined user interface a breeze. And that refined user interface might just be one of our favorite new features of the phone. The software side of things has often been a weak spot for LG, but here an earthy color scheme and simplified graphical presentation highlight functionality like a customizable notification drawer and dual window support. And you can unlock it all with a knock. The G3's 13 megapixel camera produces some pretty impressive shots. More impressive, the fact that it utilizes a laser for ultra-fast autofocus, a feature normally reserved for high-end DSLR cameras and never before seen on a smartphone. The laser focus works well, but is meant mostly for subjects in close range. Focusing on distant action shots can still be a bit of a pain. A removable 3000 mAh battery provides more than enough uptime, and you're going to need it. Once you get the LG G3 in your hands, you'll have a hard time putting it down.